This is Out of the Box with your host, Jonathan Clark. Out of the Box, Sunday nights at 9 on Q1043.
All right, welcome back. Jonathan Clark. We are in the studio with the Strumbellas. We have a new album to hold up here. It's called Rattlesnake. On tour the rest of the summer, all the tour dates are strumbellas.ca. We have half of the band with us. We got Simon, David, and Izzy. How are you guys?
Great, thank you.
Thank you for coming by. Of course, the .ca in the website, of course, means Canada, specifically the Toronto area, right? Kingston?
That's right. Yeah, no, Toronto, mainly.
And I've had, we were speaking about this before, Simon, just in this year, so many great Canadian bands in the studio with us. You guys, the Glorious Sons, the Bluestones, Bryan Adams.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Even the great Geddy Lee was sitting in one of those chairs.
Wow.
Very recently. So I'm telling you this because I want to know your favorite Canadian bands of all time.
I'm gonna say this right off the jump. Brian, when the song Bryan Adams, "Everything I Do It For You" came out, there's a thing called the Much Music Countdown. It's kind of like our MTV. I would literally run home from school every day just to hear the number one song, "Everything I Do It For You." Like, that to me is like one of the best songs of all time.
Is that from the Robin Hood film?
That's correct.
Yeah, it is.
But it's still like, he's an amazing songwriter, right? I mean,
Forget about it.
He's the best.
I got, can I tell you this? So we played the Junos, which is our Grammys.
and you won a couple too, so.
Yes, and Bryan Adams was there, and I got to go up and sing "Summer of '69" on stage with him. I'm not messing with you.
Wow.
So I got to sing a verse of "Summer of '69" with Bryan Adams on stage. So that was a highlight.
Is that preserved on video on a flash drive somewhere, I hope?
I send it to my mom every day. I'm like, "Mom, I told you, I made it. Look, I'm Bryan Adams."
Summer of '69. My God. That's fantastic. You guys have been together since, 2008?
Yeah, 1969. No. Yeah, we've been together for a while. Yeah, 2008 we started.
And I think, so since then you have played all over the world. It's a 6-piece band. So being together so much of the time, tell me what's the first thing you notice as a group, as a band? I know you probably get tighter musically and, songwriting and everything like that gets better. But what happens to you guys as friends and, sort of band members? Anything else that happens as a band?
I think it's a lot like a family. Like, I think there are things that have been ticking me off about Izzy and Simon here for 8 years. Like, things that they'll say something and it'll make me angry about something that happened in 2010. But also, we have inside jokes that have been going on for 10 years.
Of course.
It's a lot getting together. It's, for band practice after a few months is a lot like seeing your family at Thanksgiving. But in the best way. It's not in that annoying way,
Yeah, most of the time in the best way. Sometimes, I see Dave. No. We just have gotten to know each other and can read each other so well, I think. So if you see that, I can kind of tell I'm pissing Dave off, and I'm like, give him some space.
Yeah. Well, it's an interesting lifestyle, going city to city. Now, Dave, you are a new father.
I am.
Right? And so, literally, your first baby ever was born, and then the album comes out, and you're like, see you later.
That's right. Yeah. Sorry to my wife who's at home taking care of our child, and my mother-in-law. Yeah, the stage waits for no one, so we had to go.
There's a song there.
All right, Simon, write it down.
Wow, and Simon, you have a couple of kids. And
I got 18.
You have yeah, and you have Izzy. You have how many?
I have one.
You have one. So
just the one.
It's an interesting lifestyle to pick. Have you had any memorable brushes with greatness in all of your travels over the last few years? Perhaps a moment where you just mentioned Bryan Adams, but there are other moments where you might have been like, I can't believe I'm on stage, or I just met that person, or.
So there's I can give you 3 quick ones. I get really nervous and excited to see people I idolize. So one, we were in LA playing a show, and I saw the lead singer of Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros.
Yep.
And I literally waited for him outside of the bathroom. And as soon as he came out, I just hounded him like, "Oh my God, it's you, it's you." He's like, "Yeah, dude, what's up?" And I think he probably hates me now. And then also, I got to meet Tom Hanks. We played the Colbert Show, and I went to our record label president, and I was like, "Man, you gotta let me meet Tom Hanks. So I got to shake Tom Hanks's hand, which is a huge awesome for me.
You didn't say run, Forrest, run, did you?
I did. I didn't. I was thinking, what am I going to say to Tom Hanks? But no,
He's so nice. He's basically like a Canadian. Like he's got a real Canadian vibe. So I feel like you guys should have connected.
He's super nice.
Yeah. David, anything stands out?
When I was in university, I was just this gigantic fan of this band, Neutral Milk Hotel, and Jeff Mangum was playing. He's the main guy, and he was playing at a festival we were playing, and his trailer was like 2 doors down, and I was way too nervous to say anything or to do anything, and I was like, "No, guys, don't get him. Like, don't talk to him." And then, of course, they went basically as a prank on me to get him, and then they got me, and like I shuffled outside the door, and I was just like, "Hi, I love you. I just think you're like so awesome," and he was really cool, and then we asked him for his autograph, and he says, "I don't really do that, but I'll draw you something." And then he drew me like a little,
awesome.
Then he drew me a little picture, which I think
love when
is
that
the coolest.
happens.
Yeah, it's the coolest little like celebrity. I should adopt it myself, but, yeah. And anyway, he was super nice and super cool, and so like I was very scared, but I'm glad that they did it. That my bandmates did it. It was nice.
Izzy, anyone stand out over the past several years?
We were just talking about this earlier. A few years back, we were at the iHeart Awards, and
Where you won?
where we won, new
Congratulations.
Best new alternative group.
alternative artist.
Yeah.
And when we're in the awards, and there's all the like famous people about, and they start the thing, and Ryan Seacrest just stands right next to me, and that's like how the show starts. And I didn't know how I was like trying to play it cool, and I wasn't. I was like, I'm on TV.
There's this great picture we have of it's just like Izzy in the foreground and Ryan Seacrest like standing right next to her, and she's just like, "Be cool, Izzy. Keep it together."
Oh, I think he's just one of those people I didn't think was like a real person.
Yeah.
You know?
He has a lot of jobs, too.
Yeah. He's
Yeah, I
just
don't know how he does
doing
it.
a million things at
He
once.
must never sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He works for us. He works for ABC. He does New Year's Eve. I mean, I don't know how he does it. So, yeah, you won Alternative Rock Artist of the Year at our 2016 iHeartRadio Awards. Also, we mentioned this before, 2 Juno Awards, which is the equivalent of the Grammys in Canada. Were either of those moments very surreal for you? Like, I mean, talk about when you won those awards.
Well, man, the one that like is super standout is we were nominated for Single of the Year. And the reason why it was so weird is because we were up against Drake, The Weeknd, and Shawn Mendes.
Who are they?
And Alessia Cara.
And Alessia Cara.
Yeah.
So we were like, I kid you not, my shoes were off. I was sitting at the dinner table, and I was like, why are we here? We're losers. We're
Free
never
dinner,
going to win.
you know?
Yeah, free dinner.
I remember being like, I really have to go to the bathroom, but I guess I should probably wait. Yeah.
And then like we won it, and it was like pretty surreal to win in that category against those like legends.
Yeah,
right,
and
yeah.
that's how the world discovered that Simon eats with his shoes off.
Yeah. So.
Let's talk about this new album. Again, we'll hold it up here. The new album is Rattlesnake. Fantastic job on this album. Really, really good. Simon, I want to talk to you about this. Primarily is about your desire to get your music, the band's music, heard by as many people as possible. But at the end of the day, you want to just go home like everybody else after work, right? I mean,
He wants to start the day at home. Like it's not like go to work and go home. He wants to just stay home.
Yeah. I have a weird thing where like I could probably just stay in my house all the time.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and that's where the whole album was written, and that's my space. I just like it. So
Yeah. The song from the new album I've been playing on this show is "I'll Wait." What can you tell us about this one? And then we'll blast it off the Empire State Building.
yeah, super weird. Like we were making the record, and our manager sent me an email, and it was a song, and it was an old song called "Morning Sun." And so I opened it and listened to it, and I kid you not, I heard a song with my voice on it that I have zero recollection of making, like
Wow.
zero. Like it was a really surreal moment because I heard my voice and I heard a song, but I couldn't remember anything. And like I'm not talking because I was like on drugs. Like it's not a weird thing. It's just
You're on
like
nicotine gum.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so I heard it and I was like, whoa. Who wrote this song? I really like it. And she's like, it's you. And I'm like, oh, amazing. Okay, let's use it for the album. And so that's where the song "I'll Wait" came from. It used to be called "Morning Sun," and its origins are a complete mystery to even me.
Wow. So you were just like a channeler from the music gods, basically. Like
I
a lightning bolt in your sleep.
Well, he writes hundreds of these things. It's not. I mean, a few of them must get lost on someone's phone or some hard drive somewhere, right?
Yeah, it's weird. I have no idea when it was written.
Well, this is the Strumbellas, and everyone go out and buy this fantastic new album from the band called Rattlesnake. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
you.
Thanks for having us.
This is Out of the Box with your host, Jonathan Clark. Out of the Box, Sunday nights at 9 on Q1043.